Nowadays it seems the only thing on telly apart from Motor Week are gardening programmes and cooking shows, so to jump on the bandwagon, here's the Motor Week recipe to the perfect hot hatch.
First of all, take one proven chassis, German if possible. Next, add a Rorty twin pipe exhaust. To improve presentation, add some colouring, yellow is good. Naturally good seating's needed to aid digestion, and finally, add some spice in the shape of a turbo. Allow an enthusiastic driver to drool for around 20 minutes, then enjoy. The result of our culinary grafting, and that's kitchen work if you still live with your mum, is the Seat Leon Cupra. Pretty much the best of both worlds in the land of the hot hatch. German efficiency from VW combined with the Spanish flair from Seat, like bangers and mash. Very tasty.
Now the Leon is based on the VW Golf, but whereas the German GTI is a little bit bulky and a bit tame, the Seat is much more in your face. For starters, we get a whopping 180 brake horsepower out of that 1.8 litre engine, and that's opposed to the puny 150 brake you get with the Golf. Now that means your 0 to 60 time is a stonking 7.7 seconds. Warm hatch, this ain't. Now the ride on the Leon isn't as refined as the Golf, but I reckon in a car like this that can be a good thing. I mean, sure, the Golf's going to be more comfortable on a 3-hour journey on the motorway, but you don't buy a 180 brake horsepower bright yellow hatchback for the motorway, you buy it for the bendy bits.
And because you feel more of the road, it gives you more of an idea what the car's doing, and that gives you a bit more reassurance when you, shall we say, turn up the heat.
The gearbox in the Leon is again taken from the Golf, so you can rest assured that it's not going to be a dog. Now it's not quite as smooth as my all-time favourite gearbox, that in the Lexus IS200, but it is still very slick. And it's a 6-speed box, so you can really work that engine.
180 brake horsepower in a front-wheel drive car is not small, and even with the traction control fitted, it is still easy to get the wheels spinning. Stop smiling, lads, that's not cool anymore. In the wet, the Cupra could be a bit of a handful, especially with that turbo kicking in at only 2,500 revs. Again, because of that VW tie-in, the build quality and materials used on the Leon are superb. Inside, there's no clutter that you don't need, but lots of stuff you do. Aircon, electric windows and mirrors, driver and passenger airbags, power steering, and the best bit is an awesome 2,000 watt hi-fi install in the boot. Alright, so I made that bit up, but there's loads of room if you want to fit one. You do get a great 6-disc changer though.
Now thankfully, one thing that the Seat doesn't share with the Golf is the price tag. And it's not that the Golf's expensive, more than this is cracking value for money. And at just under 15 grand, it's about 1,500 quid less than the Golf. And don't forget, you get a shed load more power, and it's a huge big oven of fun.
One trade-off with the extra power is that it's insurance group 16, which if you're just out of short pants will be a problem, but if you wore hot pants the first time round it won't be. Oh, and the other thing is it's yellow. Honey to the bee, scally to your Leon. Keep it in your bedroom and you won't have a problem.
Now I'll be honest with you, I'm 29 and I still don't know how to cook, not a clue. Spend all my time in cars. Can't cook, won't cook, can't be arsed learning how to cook, but at least with this job you can have your cake and eat it.